Do you find it hard to have a personal time with God? Today we look at 3 ways to fan into flame what God's doing in your life. Right now, in the middle of COVID, we're stuck with this idea that my walk with God isn't as simple as just going to church and having someone else preach and someone else lead worship and be in a room. I actually have to fan it into flame. I use that language because it's found in 1 Timothy chapter 1, verse 6. It says this, "For this reason, I remind you to fan into flame the gift of God, which is in you through laying on of hands." What is the gift of God? It's that ability to have a personal, authentic, intimate relationship with Jesus. Every one of us has that opportunity. Doesn't matter what our lifestyle is like, whether we've grown up in the church or whether this is the very first time you've even ever thought about God. The reality is we have the opportunity and a gift from God where we can be in relationship with Him. But like everything, relationships aren't easy. They're not even necessarily natural. Relationships take work. And I want to walk through today 3 ways to fan into flame that relationship with God. And it comes through this idea of having a personal time with God. And there's 3 things that just set out for me. If I want to have personal devotions or personal time with God, first thing that I have to do in my life is I actually have to set an established time. For me, I'm a routines person. I like to have routine. I work out at certain times in the day. I eat at certain times of the day. I do different things. I'm a very kind of routined out kind of individual. For me, I have to have a consistent time for my personal devotions. I don't work with, I'll just kind of get to it. Today's the morning, tomorrow's the evening. Maybe I'll do it during lunch the next day. If you want to have a consistent walk with God where you're fanning into flame this relationship, I want to encourage you, would you set a specific time? For me, I like the mornings. I like to say the very first thing I do in the day is I get up and I read my Bible. I connect with God. I like to say that I establish my day by putting Christ first in it. So for me, I get up in the morning. I have a specific time that I set my alarm clock for. I get up and I do my devotions. And I want to encourage you that being consistent is what matters. Second thing in that idea of setting time is be prepared. Right? I don't get up in the morning and go, okay, well, what am I going to do for devotions today? No, actually, the night before, I've thought it through. The night before, I go, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is where I'm going to sit. I set my coffee maker so that it actually starts before I get up. I have a system set in place so that I've actually, the night before, made the decision and empowered me to actually be consistent the next day and actually show up. Because there's nothing worse than setting your alarm and saying, okay, I'm going to get up 20 minutes earlier, get up and then sit down and go, now what do I do? And just kind of flip through the Bible. I actually do it. Second thing is have a plan. I actually go into my day with a plan of what I'm going to do with Jesus. I have a plan of, am I doing a Bible study? Am I reading certain passages or books of the Bible? Am I listening to a sermon? I figure out what Spotify playlist I'm going to play for my worship time or have on in the background while I'm praying. I actually go and don't just go, I'm going to sit down and kind of flip it open and see where it goes. I actually establish a plan so that when I get up in the morning, I'm not feeling like it was a waste of time and it wasn't worth the energy. I actually go, no, this is the time I'm getting up, I'm consistent, and then this is the plan. Here's what I'm going to do. The third thing is have a tribe of people that will encourage you. I really can't tell you how important that is. In everything in life, it's easier to do it when you've got people standing with you. It's easier to lose weight when you're working with other friends that are trying to lose weight and the conversations with each other are about techniques of losing weight. It's easier to do academics when you're around other people who are doing academics and are encouraging you and understand why you can't go out on a Friday night because you're doing a school assignment. It's easier to do things that are challenging when you have a tribe of people that encourage you. And so it's so important that in this season, although we're in isolation, although our social circles or social bubbles are limited, it's really important to be connected to key people that encourage you in your walk with God, that are asking you and keeping you accountable. Are you connecting with God? Did you get up this morning? Did you read that Bible study? I love YouVersion for this because in YouVersion, you can actually have your friends can all be signing in and it actually shows you what they're reading and how they're doing and what their streaks are. This is a great way for you to be connected with people with a low investment. And so if you want to see your walk with God be fanned into flame, I want to encourage you, would you set a time to connect with God every day? Would you come into that time with a prepared mindset, a prepared heart, and prepared action steps of what to do? And would you have a tribe of people that will stand with you, support you, encourage you, and talk about godly things with you? Have a great day and connect with God today in a real and meaningful way.